So back in the 90s, Cannondale was coming up with all kinds of crazy stuff to sell bikes. And this was one of their attempts at a really light crank set. It's the Coda 701. And it's a triple chain ring. But check it out. It's CNC'd out of a block of aluminum. It's all one thing. I mean, it's split. You have to bolt this crank arm on. But the rings themselves are all just cut out of a piece of aluminum. Isn't that amazing? It's a beautiful piece of art, and it is a really light crank. It's about half the weight of an Altus. This one was in great shape, so I picked it up many years ago, and I've been riding it on my hard rock, and it's been fine. It worked great. I've never dropped chains. I don't chew it up. The big thing is just to keep it really clean, and when the chain's getting a little wear or stretch, replace your chain. Just, you know, common sense. But as a piece of art, it's really beautiful. 0296 175 701. And then I got some bennies on mine. People were like, oh, don't ever wear it, don't use that, it'll break, it'll wear, blah blah. But I mean, you gotta figure, if Cannondale came up with it, they weren't junk. I'm sure they tested them and put them out there, and there's plenty of bikes running around with them probably still on them, working just fine, like mine. So it's kind of neat. The one complaint was that the drive side would squeak because it's split in half here and bolted together, but you can rectify that. You can use Loctite. I actually glued mine in there with a JB Weld kind of thing. I put it all together and then just sealed it in for good because I didn't want it to creak, and it hasn't made any noise or done anything bad since. So, and then I added some glow tape just to make it kind of weird, like it glows in the dark. But anyway, just an interesting piece of 90s mountain bike technology. I'm not recommending anyone go out and try and find one and use one. I'm just saying, isn't this an interesting thing they came up with? Obviously, if it was great, we'd still be doing that. But it is great. It's durable, it's strong, it's lightweight, and it's interesting. So I wouldn't go scrambling up hills out in the wilderness with one of these probably, but for a daily rider, just for your bike party bike or something, it's fine. I've had no problems in the 8 years that I've been riding it. It shifts great. I mean, it shifts like a 7-speed would. Mountain gear works good. Everything. I mean, but it is getting some wear because it's aluminum. But isn't that like everything? It gets consumed as we use it. Whether it's our bodies, or our cars, or our bikes. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys. The 701 Cannondale from the 90s. It was on their top of the line bikes back then. You see them from time to time on eBay, usually pretty overpriced. I got this one 8, 9, maybe 10 years ago, really cheap. And I've been enjoying it. Put my bennies on and rode the heck out of it. Okay, well, thanks for watching. Be well.